Greetings, awakened masters of the new earth of the 144, waking up, rising up into the dawning of the golden age of the new earth. The eyes of our spirit are opening, revealing all things. Heart portal, fully open, fully awake. This is it, this is the ascension. We are the event, the great awakening. Many powerful energies coming in from the great central sun. We start with a direct transmission from White Gold Eagle that I shall embody for these final days. We have more higher photonic light and divine rays flowing in from the Pleiades. These are showing up as 73 Hz and 50 Hz frequency blasts of sound and light resonance on the Schumann charts. We have the 37 of the 73, heaven on earth. Keep bridging in and anchoring the fifth dimensional codes and frequencies of the new earth. We are the world bridgers, the rainbow tribes of the new Eden. We are in the Rapture portal beyond the event horizon. We came for this. It is intense and painful at times, but we have been prepared and are ready for this great quantum leap of consciousness. Indestructible diamond light masters of the new earth, your I Am presence is activated and emanating your highest light and truth. Rise up and shine, bright star blossoms of the new Jerusalem, heaven on earth, aho. And with these higher fifth dimensional energies flowing in with these pulsing waves of light, we had 143 powerful activations, M1.5 or greater earthquakes, a very powerful 6.7 on the southern east Pacific rise. And this just came in an hour ago. This is at 42 UTC, 33.085 latitude, 109.316. Longitude, we have 33 and 19 encoded within this activation. And this is south of the Tropic of Capricorn and south of Easter Island in the Sacred Portal. Earlier today, we had activations in the crown of Lemuria, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, Rad Islands, Aleutian Islands, 33 of Mastery again, southeast of Loyalty Islands on the Ring of Fire, 5.2, Guatemala, Central America, home of our Mayan elders, 4.1, south of Fiji, right on the Tropic of Capricorn, 4.3, very deep, 454 kilometers depth, 454. We had an activation by Greenland, the Reykjanes Ridge, 4.8, 12 of the Divine Goddess, Dominican Republic, Divine Masculine, 3.6, Bonin Islands of Japan, 4.4, Divine 44 of the 8 Portal, another activation in the crown of Lemuria, Aleutian Islands, 5.0, Indonesia on the Ring of Fire, 5.0, Loving New Mexico, 3.4, south of Kermadec, 4.9, and the sacred portal of our Andes Mountains, South America, home of our sacred Condor, Kundalini of Pachamama, Peru, 4.2, south of Fiji, another 5.2 activation, 388 kilometers depth, Tonga, 4.6, the whole Ring of Fire being lit up again, Coho, Alaska, 3.6, Dali, Yunnan, China, 4.3, Huron, California on the coast, 3.6, Hokkaido, Japan, 4.4, another 4.4, creating an 8.8 portal, the Lyran's Gate, the Lion's Gate of the Lyran Nation, of the Lions of Lemuria, the Royal Lions, Puerto Rico, 3.0, southwest of Africa, 5.1, 5.2, two powerful activations. The fire burns from within, the divine feminine Shakti energies, the Shiva being activated in the central portal of the heart center, the Emerald Gate, fully activated and opened, all portals activated. And now we continue with the Sabian symbols. Right now, the moon is at 19 degrees, 31 minutes Leo, and the sun is at 28 degrees, 20 minutes Taurus. The current Sabian symbol for the moon, at 20 degrees Leo, American Indians perform a ritual to the sun, and the current Sabian symbol for the sun, at 29 degrees Taurus. Two cobblers working at a table, from astrologyweekly.com. My sacred Condor, pull a card for you today from the tarot deck, the Enchanted Forest. And the card she pulled for you today is card 4, Forest Lord. All who pass through the Enchanted Forest must pay homage to the Forest Lord, for everything that lives and breathes is under his dominion. From the mightiest giant to the smallest shrew, he is the essence of wild male energy kept under control most of the time. His is the viral rush of the stag and the immovable stance of the bear. His most trusted companion is the chieftain of all the boars, the fiercest creature in the wood. Approach the Forest Lord respectfully, but have no fear. He is the affectionate father as well as the commanding ruler. He is masterful but never a bully, and he has earned the love and loyalty of those within his care. The Forest Lord represents the duties that come with great power, protecting his subjects, defending their freedom, and safeguarding their sanctuary. Leadership is a privilege. Authority over others must be wielded appropriately and not abused. Sovereignty comes from within and doesn't need to be insisted upon. The Forest Lord's confidence comes from staying true to his noble nature, meaning at a glance power from within, virility, natural leadership, nobility of character, fatherhood, dominion, and territorial command. A closer look, the holly and oak upon his antlers represent the eternal cycle of life renewing itself. Oak rules the light half of the year, holly rules the dark. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, S.A. Smith, energies are beginning to layer in and stack up. Big day ahead. We are beginning to watch the energies increase, stacking up back to back as they roll into our atmosphere. With this starting so early, this could become a massive energetic day. This is the perfect day to ask your body how it's feeling and listen to its answer. If you are feeling overwhelmed by the emotions, symptoms, or just life, take a time out and rest. You know what you need better than anyone else. Check in today and listen to you. These energies are just beginning. Pace yourself the best you can. You've got this. From agirlintheuniverse.com. From Divine Bro Star of the Light, Michael Love. The Real Great Awakening. Pleiadian Light Forces Data Stream. 5/18/2021. Tonight we present this message of hope and love for all of humanity that comes directly from the Pleiadians. This data stream is specially coded with higher vibrational light designed to raise consciousness levels, great ones, as planet Earth was bombarded by very powerful cosmic rays over the last few Earth months. A dramatic and noticeable shift occurred inside our DNA, and much more light information is now flowing through our layered body systems. This high vibrational 5D light is transmuting everything it touches, even the very fabric of the reality we perceive. As you know, great transformation is occurring all around the planet, and this transformation is bringing all things to awareness. Things are happening faster than ever on many different levels, and one must be able to understand these levels to make sense of it all. We are simply here to shine light on it all, Great One. Earth Alliance Intel Update 5/17/2021. The Earth Alliance recently received several important data streams from light forces which confirm, since the end of Earth Year 2020, several very powerful reality shifts occurred in the energy field around planet Earth. In one of these data transmissions, the Pleiadians communicated that benevolent light forces recently initiated an all-out planetary operation to quickly elevate the consciousness levels of all the beings of Earth. The Pleiadians say the ascension of planet Earth has moved into high gear now, and you are going to see the beings of Earth start to evolve their consciousness to noticeably higher levels. Now, Great One, allow us to speak to you about the real Great Awakening that is occurring on planet Earth. one that is very powerful and very tangible. See if any of the awakening descriptions apply to your experience. The starseeds of Earth who are resonating near or at the 5th dimensional frequency are all describing this great awakening in a similar way, and here is how they describe it from personal experience. There is a strong awareness now that one is indeed living on a higher and nicer timeline, and one is fully aware of the recent shift to this higher state of being. The experience is sustained and does not bottom out. There is a dramatic increase in knowledge about many subjects. There is now an increase in performance levels in all areas of life. All ways of doing things become much more perfected and produce much better results. There is much more beauty everywhere. All things are imbued with much more intricate detail. There is more love, more abundance, less problems. Things just work out. Things get better and better. There is healing, peace, and levels of freedom not known until now. Things manifest much faster, are more positive, and come with great ease. Lastly, it has become known and exciting that the higher you go, the better it gets. It is a blissful, wonderful feeling that all is well, and there is this wonder and excitement about what lies ahead. We know we have now arrived, and that this is the great ascension of planet Earth we have spoken of and sought after for so long. When the ancient books say, "Come up hither," this is what it means. We, the Pleiadians, say, "Come up higher." Remember, the primary Pleiadian spiritual teaching is this: always vibrate high. Nothing is more important than raising your vibes, because you can absolutely reach amazing levels of perfection, and ultimately this perfection has no end to it. Pleiadian master teaching on raising vibrational levels. Create, make music, make art, dance, sing, laugh and play. Have fun and only do what you love, for this is the whole purpose. This is why all children are on the levels of archangels. Gain deep knowledge on many subjects. Release old traumas from the layered body system. Gain high levels of health, self-respect, and self-care. For this is who you create the strongest love. You must transmute karma before you can ascend. The best way to do this is to mitigate karma, meaning do something positive and compassionate. That is the opposite of the karma, and the thing will be mitigated, and it shall stop. What you ingest is everything, and this is the first great step to light body ascension. Eat light, eat natural, and you shall be light. Eat light, and you will turn into light. Eat only from Mother Gaia's table each day. Your cells are morphing into soft crystals now, and you must only feed them energetic light substance. We tell you that meditation is a must every day. Breathe in slowly and deeply, and this is the prana of life. Exhale long and deep, and you shall align and repair all of your body's systems in seconds. O dear one, you must be in nature every day. Nature will align you and cure all that ails you. Use crystals and ascension tools left behind by the ancients to channel incoming light into your being and to further develop your light body. Monatomic crystals instantly align the energy of the layered body to 5D, harmonic sacred geometry patterns that promote life and health. Dear one, this incredible great awakening is also occurring on 2 other levels on planet Earth right now, and here is the understanding we want you to have at this time. 3D beings are awakening to 4D. 3D beings are the least affected by conscious evolution, but they are making progress as they are able to make the ascension leap. 2 4D beings are moving towards upper 4D and preparing to cross the great void and the veil into 5D. You see, everyone is at different levels, and this is how it must be. It is good, and is the natural order. They will all make it to heaven, one master said. Just give them space and time, and they will all get there. Dear one, an important data marker in the latest Earth Alliance data stream showed that several strong timeline shifts had indeed occurred recently for these different groups of vibrational beings that exist on the surface. The data makes it very clear that these shifts are occurring specifically because of the conscious choices a being has made. Here is a Pleiadian discourse on creating dimensional shifts and alternative timelines within a free will universe. Ascension is a metaphysical process that involves the conscious observer. Per the Pleiadian science of quantum physics, a timeline is chosen by the collapsing of a potential waveform into the physically perceived Earth timeline. The timeline one lives on is achieved solely by the conscious choice of the observer. It is the same identical universal process as standard quantum physical manifestation systems. This is how you create any timeline, and preferably a higher, nicer one. It is simply a choice. Great one, and specifically it's a choice between love and fear. There is always a choice because you live in a perfect free will universe. We can tell you that if you will have faith and trust the choice of love, ignoring the fear, you will have made the higher choice, and you will be propelled directly into the higher timeline. This is the Ascension, and this is solely how it works. What choice will you make tomorrow? What choice today? Love or fear? We are always with you, and even now when we speak to you, we are able to connect deeply to your soul, to assist you with all choices before you. Great one, everyone on earth is choosing their respective timeline right now, and each one is making their free will choice on what reality they will exist in. Do you see what is happening on earth at this time? We think you do. Always allow another to make the free choice they desire, and you keep your focus only on you and your reality. All is as it should be as the great awakening of planet Earth moves forward. Great one, an incredible awakening is truly taking place on the planet, and all beings of Earth are doing their best to find their own way. Be the higher being and do all you can do to assist them without interfering. This is why you are here. Be a light for them so they may all find their way. Take the best care of yourself as our new timeline unfolds. Remember this, do all you can do to vibrate high, and the universe will unfold before you. Let us know how your timeline is progressing. Godspeed, Michael and the Pleiadians, from 5DEarthProject.com. 144 coming in. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Judith Kusel. I know a lot of you are going through immense challenges right now. Remember that all which is not for your highest soul growth and good, and which no longer serves you, will disintegrate and fall away. Challenges always bring us back to our own highest soul path and truth. It brings us back into the highest alignment with our higher soul self, our soul mission and purpose. All that distracts, all that hinders, all that pulls us down and keeps us in the 3D will have to go. So many times we allow those of a much lower and denser vibration to keep us down, because we refuse to let go of negative cords and attachments, and more than this, unforgiveness and hanging on to old hurts, pain, anger, and whatever else. This applies to things as well. Any relationship between two souls forms energetic cords. If there is any negative connotation or anything there that is not kosher, these form negative cords which binds the two souls together, and thus they can zap each other's energy, most of the time unconsciously, but some souls are masters at doing this consciously. It is one way to manipulate and control. The deeper the negative or painful feelings and thoughts involved, the more it attaches and clogs up energy fields. These energetic links have to be cleared to set yourself and the other soul free. When the intention is not pure, then whatever one projects into those energy cords is what will be sent out to the other. These are like psychic daggers and more. The divine and our subconscious read what is sent our way. This is why alarm bells ring with certain people, or we just know that something is not kosher or right. Our energy fields will give us immediate feedback, and warning systems will go off as soon as something enters our energy field. Note, not all cords are negative. There are some beautiful and loving, positive energy exchanges and energetic alliances between souls which last for lifetimes. Yet these will always work in positive ways, and they will assist the soul growth and mission of the souls involved. These will always be unconditional in love and wisdom and pure intention. We have free will and choice. We choose all of our experiences, for in the end, at a subconscious level, we invited the soul lessons into our lives, and sometimes repeated the same old negative patterns over many lifetimes. The good news is that we can now free ourselves and truly walk with truth and integrity and pure, unconditional love. It is, however, the responsibility of every single soul to keep their own energy fields crystal clear, and you may call in the divine cosmic forces to assist you here anytime. More than this unconditional love for self and others. In truth, all souls serve you in some form or another, and those who woke you up played out their roles perfectly. We are never left without help. It is there day and night. Yet we have to ask for it and be willing to apply it and do the inner work which needs to be done. From JudithKusel.com. And from Divine Brostar of the Light, Graham Forscutt. Galactic Astrology, Pleiadean Starseed, May 18th through the 21st. Interstellar Plasma Ley Line, Longitudinal Vortex Vector between Pleiades, Sun, Earth is open. Time to phone home. Physics proves two locations can interact in real time over any distance. Yet to pull that off, we need to be 5D, self-aware interstellar race. Pleiadians were instrumental in developing Atlantis. Many of those original Pleiadians from that timeline era are still incarnate in their same body. Some have returned to check up on family members who volunteered for Earth mission. Additionally, we may be interacting with contemporary Pleiadians on a different timeline than those from the Atlantean era. Astronomers, astrophotographers don't often identify the actual shape of the Pleiadian star cluster. We knew intuitively to look for the golden ratio DNA decagon. By positioning the decagon starting with Alcyon, we see the other star members unpacking along a longitudinal plasma DNA helix from great-grandmother Alcyon. The two asteroids called Atlantis and DNA form a grand trine with the sun Pleiades during these few days. Trine equals opportunity, while asteroids Arctic and Crimea, both places where the Pleiadian Earthians built mystery schools, are astrogenetically linked, golden ratio to the galactic center. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Vanessa Lopez de la O. The new era is ours. As a wake-up call, the systems and structures that have ruled humanity for millennia are collapsing, and before our incredulous eyes, our value systems are in question, our belief systems are rapidly changing, our production systems are no longer sustainable, government structures are questioned, economic structures are useless, and social structures are failing. The question is, can we co-create a different and more functional future for all life, without resorting to the rules of the past? Can we stop relying on patriarchal powers and elites to govern ourselves? Can we set aside competition at all levels, which has led us to the verge of calamity and civilization self-destruction? The deep origins of such a state of affairs are found in the level of consciousness, or in other words, in the mental and emotional structures that produced it. That is, historically, we have been taught that each of us is different from the others, and we have been indoctrinated to justify each of the divisions that separate us from everything around us. Maybe we should ask ourselves, is the reality we have learned all that it is? What would happen if we suddenly discovered that we are all part of the same vital code or source field, that everything happens in the always present now, and by conjugating thought and emotion, we can literally create and influence countless additional creations? Then we would be able to manifest and experience with greater responsibility all our creative potential. As we know, humanity has vacillated between destructive and creative extremes. On the one hand, it has been part of fear, suffering, lack, and division. On the other hand, humanity has been able to dream, imagine, marvel, enjoy, share, love, create, in a nutshell, to transcend. It would be very comfortable to simply condemn the negative, but the truth is that it has taught us and made us stronger. After all, it is thanks to the destructive part of our nature that we have discovered and better appreciated the principles of love, pleasure, abundance, and union. Moments of crisis like this are the best scenarios to generate structural changes, opening up to the whole universe of possibilities. In a counterintuitive fashion, it becomes indispensable to generate a creative destruction to obtain the next most optimal timeline or world stage possible. That is a conscious evolution that returns to the best of previous civilization cycles. Combine the so perceived extremes, for instance, materialism and spirituality, masculinity and femininity, rationality and sensitivity, youth and old, citizenship and authority. Never before, as in our time, has humanity had the occasion to generate, share, and use multidisciplinary, knowledge in abundance in real time for the common benefit of the whole. If we can see beyond what has traditionally been instilled in a multitude of institutions, educational, religious, media, etc., we would realize that if we really recognized and treated each other as equals, we could not even imagine putting a price on the different satisfiers of our life: food, clothing, education, housing, healthcare, culture, sports, among others. In this context, it is necessary that humanity demands a total dissemination of frontier science, technology, and innovation, which together with social sciences and humanities already offer not only diagnoses but solutions to virtually all major problems we are facing, including poverty and environmental degradation. As has been evidenced, the state of affairs generally accepted as the only possible way of living, namely to be governed by competition and separation, only produces a few ephemeral winners who pass over their fellow humans without compassion or empathy, thus creating a series of imbalances, which after due time are promptly reversed against the entire structure that supports them. If the reality in which we live is what we materialize or manifest based on our beliefs, desires, and intentions, change is possible, and it is only required that everyone be truly responsible for their own life, behaviors, and intentions, so that gradually a more just and compassionate world materializes. In sum, this is the right time to reform world system and shape it according to an equitable and truly prosperous one, in a creative, collaborative, and nonviolent way, but no less participatory and determined, as we realize that we were made as pieces of a puzzle that were meant to be together in order to create a complete picture. The various nations, religions, and cultures will draw nearer, collaborating as interdependent networks. History and human nature have shown that it is possible to live in abundance, peace, and harmony. It is we, the collective, who decide which path to follow, which consciousness to have, what belief to embrace, what reality to create, what dream to live. In order for the new to be born already, it is necessary to believe that we can create new local and global systems and structures, more compassionate and based on the natural, the simple, and in service to others. The time has come for humanity to ascend and embody its next evolutionary level. The time has come to co-create the new era and make it ours. From prepareforchange.net. And from the Archangelic Calendar, Gaia is in Circe's will. Circe, our galaxy, acts upon the infinite universe's will. The current setting element is air, which was pretty predictable given all the changes at hand. It feels like a cool summer breeze and can give you butterflies and goosebumps if you deeply engulf yourself in the situation. Today our legions will open up a personal stargate with Sirius, the Pleiades, and Arcturus. This connection will affect the calendar significantly as our cosmic clocks become influenced by these sectors of the cosmos. These will be very active stargates and will bring the most profound and incredible energies for our micro-selves to enjoy. Looking ahead, the exciting thing about this stargate is that the Lightworker Legion and the Disciplined Legion came through the stargate as if they were residing in this cosmos. It wasn't until the stargate was up and functional that these two powerhouses fully arrived. The cuneiform tells the story for those of you who have an eye to see it. We see some auspicious dates pop up in our calculations. The year 1676, which is an atrocious year for the indigenous of Earth. 1506 is also present, which is the year the Vatican enlisted an army for protection, and 1277, the year Britain adopted St. George's Cross for metaphysical help with world domination. We will work on them in today's assignments. The new season, Archangel Ach, Goddess Vespa Spirit, Universe season is upon us as we will be focusing on our return to innocence of sorts. The prior season was very galactic based, and now as we expand to include universal order in the equation, we see a profound reality taking form. In divine synchronicity, the universe in which we exist would like to keep us here, and thus you will see the tides constantly spinning in our favor. The setting does not omit less than pleasant situations, but it is most certainly leading us to something of a profoundly higher nature. Legion, Engineering, and 5D News. Particles can run through the Earth's poles at incredible speeds. This physical, metaphysical truth has been noticed by modern science while observing a seemingly new particle emitting from the southern poles. Still, in many ways, this has been misconstrued by their lack of quantum understanding. What they have found are the proper circumstances for an intense energy exchange. There is no dense matter in your way when you use opposing forces properly. The pull of the opposing forces creates a pseudo-wormhole in space and time, in which case matter can pass uninterrupted. We will always use this knowledge to our advantage. So be mindful that most magnetically and electrically based planets have the same ability. Speaking of modern science, they are willing to admit that the human mind can think in 11 dimensions. Modern science is forgetting tons of dimensions, so we encourage them to keep going. We do not seek to end the balance of creation and destruction. We seek the end of mass malevolence, which serves no macro purpose. The nature of the sum of the whole is expansion. Anything choosing to hinder such will be bowled over. The highest authority commissions this by standing in the way of such force. You will be bowled over in the name of natural expansion. That statement also includes anything that wishes to restrict the archangelic calendar. A native reptilian tribe called the Sophia was a great addition to this earth. These beings are no longer, but their energy is with us and helping us along the way. What needs to be said is that many of these tribes had a disastrous outcome because of other spiteful intentions. The Sophia fought the same beings that hinder humanity today, and as expected, the opposing force fought like cowards through trickery. Much of our efforts are working with the macro to change existence itself. Please make no mistake, we dare to be as bold as to engineer our reality when they told us all we can do is manifest. The former setting of our existence, which still exists on a lower timelines, integrates the notion that negative things force positives to come after that. Considering the driving force of physical reality is progression, it is understandable why it was once necessary. We are the perspective of infinitely expanding Creator Source, and our earthly view is more valid than that of the higher aspects of ourselves, so it is up to us to insist on balance. That is precisely what we are doing, and now we will insist that peace be in the mix, and have positive things spring massive expansions, the way negative things once did. We emphasize that our reality should be conducive to a pleasant existence of growth, which we will see on the higher timelines. Do not be alarmed by the high-frequency hum. It is incredibly typical. Please allow your body and senses some time to adjust to the new now. Philosophical buffet. Everything that exists knows how you feel about it. All things are conscious energy. Even your door and desk will be affected by your vibrations towards it. The term take the high road has been given an entirely new meaning with our knowledge of the multiverse. In any event, please always take the high road. Change is so unruly that everything will be gone one day. One day there will be no more society, one day no more earth, one day no more universe. All things will inevitably go through the breaking down and rebirthing process. It is as natural as the sunrise, which will also be gone one day. Sometimes you have to be present but not, much like smoke, a part of the moment yet not conforming to it. Move it or lose it. Exercise your mind, body, soul, and spirit as often as it will allow. They say you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Maybe that is true, but you can lead a horse to water and make him thirsty. Humanity says many things, but they do not know what they mean. If there are things for you to do, do them. Stop waiting for everything to be spelled out. There is no shortage of activities that would serve your higher purpose. Do them. There are essential blessings in each breath. Listen closely. Allow the mind to let go and the heart to run free. The tools and assignments for today are in a link in the description below. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Leah, White Horse, Lua Astrology, Venus in Gemini sextile Chiron in Aries, and sesquiquadrant Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. Things could seem more complicated than they are. Fear peeks out when we least expect it. Wherever we look, something bothers us from the corner of our eye. We're conscious of shadows biting at the edges of perception. The heart skips a beat at the slightest noise. You are not your fear. You are not your shame, your mistakes, your indecisiveness, your vacillating. You're not knowing or having the answers. You are not what they told you, and it's worth repeating. You are not what they told you. You are love, and love is what can build a bridge between you and your shadow. Love can build a bridge between you and me, you and them and us. Love is in words and in thoughts. Love is the thread that stitches wounds and fades scars. From LeahWhitehorse.com and from the Tzolk'in Times. Kin 155, Blue Crystal Eagle. Crystal is the name for the number 12, and its keywords are dedication, cooperation, and universalize. So it's the 12th day of the Yellow Seed Wave Spell and the last portal day of the 10 we had in a row. The 12th day is all about getting together and cooperating with one another. Think of it like a barn-raising day when all your neighbors come to help. Many hands make light work. So much can be accomplished when working together. Join in a group activity today and take a break from being a lone wolf. Today is Blue Eagle, which represents creativity, mind, and vision. Eagle is good at showing you the whole picture, stepping back or rather flying high in order to have a better perspective. This facilitates vision, which in turn inspires creativity. Eagle also shows us to be creative about problem solving. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina, Papa Giorgio. Blue Crystal Eagle, Kin 155, 18th of May 2021. Creating our future vision. 18-5-2021 equal 18-5-5 equal 9-10 equal 9-1 equal 10 equal 1. 18 social upheaval, turbulence. 9 endings, destiny, service, humanity, grace. 5 freedom, liberation, change, transformation, movement. 10 manifestation, authority, power. 1 new beginnings, leader, original. Kin 155 equal 11. 11 portal gate. The last of 10 successive gap days falls on a 9-1 Omega Alpha code. So we finish our galactic activation portal journey, closing another cycle as we begin anew. We have reached the top of the gap ladder and are ready to progress one square at a time as we continue our growth cycle. Day 12 in the Yellow Seed Wave Spell of awakening, flowering, new beginnings, ripening, opening to more light and blossoming into our highest potential. Today we are coming together as community to share our visions of the future with others, seeding our highest potential timelines. Tone of creation, crystal, tone 12 in the mental realm. Action universalizes, power dedicates, essence cooperation. The crystal tone 12 is the highest level of the mind, mental realm. The other two mental tones are tone 4, self-existing, and tone 8, galactic. Yesterday we focused on dissolving and releasing any residual emotions and fears in order to liberate our magic and our dreams through the space and freedom engendered by the spectral phase of disillusion and release. New space is created for something new to emerge, our new visions. At the crystal level of mind, we have the capacity to cooperate or operate with other minds. Just as a crystal can be programmed, so too can we program our minds on this day. So focus on the crystal clarity of our minds today through the power of cooperation with others. Share your visions, share your ideas, and share your solutions. A day of greater connection to each other through our precious hearts, and to Mother Gaia. Today is a fabulous day to connect and play with other crystal allies, particular Lemurian seed quartz, crystal balls, and scrying implements, Akashic reading, or even quantum jumping, as the eagle provides a brilliant means for accessing future potentials. Draw up your Kundalini power to fuel your greatest visions. This energy allows the power and radiance of full vital energy to be expressed with no resistance, anchoring all this potent new energy arriving on our planet through our physical vessels and upgrading our minds, sharing this new energy in the communities that assist the evolution into the new time, and creating our greatest destiny. Alleluia, and so it is. Today's question is, what future visions am I co-creating and collectively seeding with my community? Divine blessings for projecting the most beautiful rainbows into our glorious visions of our new world. Mission accomplished. Star blossoms. Take a bow. And Lakek Alakin, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger. Kin 66. Kin 155. Blue Crystal Eagle. The mantra, the code for today is, I dedicate in order to create. Universalizing mind, I seal the output of vision. With the crystal tone of cooperation, I am guided by the power of accomplishment. I am a galactic activation portal. Enter me. And on this powerful activation, galactivation portal, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Click the subscribe button below and click the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive them on our website, primedisclosure.com. I'd like to take the time to thank everyone for your support. We rely on our monthly pledges on Patreon and donations for our daily living expenses. I'd like to welcome and thank Divine Sister of the Light, Lila, for your pledge and support on Patreon. If you'd like to support our work and help us to continue to be able to bring these transmissions to the world daily, you can make a pledge on patreon.com/Prime Disclosure. I'd like to also thank today Divine Bro Star of the Light, Richard LaGuarcio, for your donation. I'd like to also thank Divine Angel of the Light, Hilgert, for your donation today. And I'd like to also thank Divine Sister of the Light, Linda Lacroix, for another donation. Thank you, our angels of the light. We appreciate you all, and it's very kind of you for supporting us on this great work and great mission. If you'd like to make a one-time donation, you can do so at the link at egolovecondor.com. I'd like to also thank everyone for supporting my Sacred Condors art business on Etsy. I'd like to thank Divine Sister of the Light, Jess Lunacy, for purchasing more of my Queen's beautiful artwork. You can purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totems, jewelry, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. Now we're going to end today's transmissions with two powerful activations and codes, beginning with our Divine Bro Stars and Sisters of the Pleiades. Pleiades 1 messages, May 18, 2021. P1 calling Terrans for origins recognition. Attention for calls in PVSC-SDE. New directions continue to ascend. Astral concentration camps are shattered. Nebulas are relocated. Special projectors for MFD11+++ aimed and reverberating. 91% non-regressive. Unconscious liberation started. 1/3 specific layer. Greater than 91% non-regressive. Dividers are frozen. Christic transmitters rise. Terrans recalibrate for leap. Stellars are approaching for necessary adjustments. Binaurals spread out. Shaman fauna powers in internal alignment. Projectors aimed. Support 22% non-regressive. Shaman fauna powers in internal alignment. Terran reverberation 22% non-regressive. Port 144 liberated. Divine teaching standards are announced. Nevic support in tune 24% non-regressive. Port 144 liberated. Divine teaching standards are announced. Nevic Terran reverberation 24% non-regressive. Temporarily end of transmission. Pleiades 1 potentiating Lemurian inheritances, from disclosurenews.it. And today from Divine Bro Star of the Light of the Huna Nation, Lee Praire. Nature's flip, self-correcting, all things restored, reset, and patent nature, only imitate creation, reverse engineer tech, imposters ritual force, zodiac over the top, electromagnetic bubble, pyramid world, maritime law, limestone calcified ley lines, third eye shut down, galactic electric field, solar micronova event, Ara, altar, stingray nebula, magnetic reversal mu, planetary changes rule, transmute light paradigm, purple on top, inner standing pillar, one house crown, optic thalamus eye, Falmalhaut star, stone builders rejected, Giza plateau harmonics, Atman, first principle, double density essence, physical spiritual unity, equatorial sunbelt power, Venus resonant heart, higher self-knowing, earth third eye, nature's system, light in action, continuum waveform, footnote, dark side Atlantis, weaponized space, time's up, 0 point jump, Antarctica, black mirror, new earth phase, Turtle Island, Lemuria harmonic, base 6 to base 9, systems shift. With that, thank you, beloved beings of light, for joining us today and joining us on this great mission of this great shift of consciousness, this quantum leap from Homo sapien to Homo luminous. Eternal, infinite beings of indestructible light, diamond light body, rainbow body activated in this code of 144. Keep shining your light brightly into the night and walk gently your sacred path with heart. Be sure to make it the best day ever. The Eagle and the Condor love you all. Namaste.